Welcome back, guys. We have been discussing on how to start a successful poultry farm. So today I want to give you a typical example of the process which normally takes place when you get now your day-old chicks or your brooded chicks or your commercial layers day-old chicks or even point of lay commercial layers. So today we are going to look on these commercial layers to a client whom we started now our interaction in the past 7 days. As usual, I normally advise you that when you want to succeed in poultry farming, the best thing you need to invest in is first you invest in knowledge. And the very major mistake which makes very many poultry farmers to fail is that they lack knowledge about feeding, they lack knowledge about which poultry model, they lack knowledge about which kind of poultry they should keep in their poultry farm so that they may be able to make money. And it is not only that, they also lack knowledge about vaccination and also about poultry management. So today, we are going to look on how we are going to assist our client from the time he visited our breeder farm, then he placed an order for point of lay commercial layers, which we have delivered today. In fact, guys, I'm so exhausted. I've just been on transit for the whole night, and I've just arrived. It's around. Let me check my watch. It's around 12. So we have arrived now on the site, and I will be walking with you the processes which we took our client when he came from the beginning to the end. The first thing she did, she requested to be assisted on how to formulate their own feeds. So we'll be going there to see what normally happens. So the feeds are ready, the poultry house is ready, and the chicken are already now on the ground. So I just want to show you, we have some of the best efficient transportation systems. As you can see, we have this van, and we also have other systems we use when we are doing now the bulk deliveries. So this is what we are using, and you can see these are just a normal pro box, and you can see the amount of chicken which we ferried now for a client now with this our small van to this site. So I just want to show you the chicken we have brought. They are the commercial layers at point of lay. But the good thing, these are at 5 months. They have just started dropping their first eggs. But guys, I'm so surprised, guys. I've just been able to spot some eggs. I think in one crate here, you can see there is a egg. If you are able to see here, we have a egg over here. Let me just see it. Look on the size. So you can see these ones are at 5 months, but the chicken have started now giving the client now the eggs. So you can be able, if you don't know how to do your brooding, you don't know how to do your management when the chicken are younger, you can be able now to take this point of lay commercial layers, then you'll be able now to launch your poultry farm without a struggle. So we normally ensure that we transport them, the chicken, using the best methods to ensure that we don't lose even a single chicken. Let me try to arrange them. You know, I'm just keeping them to relax before now we have them now in the poultry house, which I'm going to show you as we will be moving. So guys, let's just see. We have all these crates which we have come with here so that we may be able now to give our client the best service ever. So let me close this one so that they may not be disturbing me as we are going to do the rest of the video. So I was just showing you the commercial layers which we have delivered now to our client here in Bungoma. So guys, this is what you normally get when you order with us. And we do not only provide you with this chicken alone, we ensure that we make you competent from the beginning to the end so that you may not be able to make a mistake. So there are very many, you can see even from the other side, we also have some crates here. You must be able to place them on the sheds. And imagine we have experienced zero mortality on transit because the best time for transporting these mature chicken is normally at night. So we transported them during the night. They have arrived, they are relaxing, and in a short while we are going to introduce them now to the water and also the fish so that you may be able to understand what normally takes in a typical poultry farm. So guys, I want to walk with you direct to the poultry house, and also I'll be able to show you some of the things the client has been able to do. So don't be left there to struggle while we are here to ensure that we give you the best of the best to ensure that you succeed in your poultry farming journey. So I just want to show you the formula we showed our client, which we normally use now in our breeder farm when we are formulating our own feeds. I just want to come now here so that I may be able to show you the things I know you normally see me use in my breeder farm are the same formulas I normally issue to you as my client, so that you may be able now to do the right poultry feed formulation and get the best results. And that is what I've been doing, getting now the eggs now from my breeder farm to my hatchery now to produce quality chicks, which I normally supply to you on a weekly basis. So first things first, I just want to show you the ingredients. So we have the concentrate here. Our client has used now the 20% concentrate. It is here. Let me show you. This is now the 20%. It is here. So this is the Kojis layer concentrate, 20%, as you can see. So you can be able to use this one, but you can use for any company. I don't advocate maybe for any company, but you can use for any company. So I've advised my client to use the concentrate, the maize jam, which was in here, and also the whole maize and the lime. Only 4 components. Let me show you the lime so that you may be able to understand. This is now the food grade lime, which our client is using now to formulate the feeds now under our guidance. And when I normally tell you we are going to walk with you the journey from the beginning up to the end, these are the things we normally talk about. We don't give you the chance to guess with the investment. We normally give you a value for your money to ensure that you get the best when it comes now to poultry farming. So the clients now had a small poultry house. I advised her to start immediately with the chicken and the fish because that's the major investment. Because she had a house which I'm going to show you as we are going to go there, so that you may be able to see what really happens. So I just want to show you now the complete feed which our client has formulated now for the chicken, which are ready now on the ground, which we are going to use. So this is now the final product. You can see now it's just the concentrate, the lime, and the broken maize, as you can see here. And maybe the maize bran, or you can use now the wheat pollard, or the wheat bran. Any can work. But we normally give you the components depending with the age of the birds, because different birds at different ages, they consume food with different ratios. So that's the best thing I normally ensure that you do when you are doing the poultry farming. So the other small preparations our client has done, you can see he has used now the larger feeders, which now the chicken are going now to consume the feeds from. These are the 10 kg feeders. I normally advise for the mature chicken to use this one because she's going to use less feeders now in this case when she uses this one, because this one can feed up to 100 birds. This just one feeder. So this is the most important aspect. So they have been washed, they have been disinfected, and now in a short while we'll be handing over now to the brooder so that you may be able to see what really transpires now in this poultry farming. So guys, I want to walk with you now to the poultry house so that I may be able to show you what I normally talk about of cost-effective poultry house, which you can have. And if you don't have enough money, I normally advise you can use even the simplest structure to start your poultry farming journey, and you'll be able to succeed when it comes now to poultry farming. So it's very basic. So this is the room which now my client is using now for the chicken. So let me show you the room which my client had prepared now for the receiving of the chicks, of the chicken. This is now the room. This is now the room where now my client had prepared now for the chicken. It's just a simple room. So you can be able to start your poultry farming from that idle room you have maybe in your house, or from that store which you don't use. So we advised the client, this room is not enough for the birds the client is going to kill, which she had ordered. So we have advised the client to prepare also another room so that the birds may have enough space and they may be able to lay without a struggle. Another thing I normally advise you when it comes to poultry farming, you need to understand about these beddings. So here, this is what we normally now call the wood shavings. In this case, these wood shavings, they are the beddings where the chicken are going to sleep. But I have also advised my client to come up with the patches which they are going to be placed now across the wall, where the birds now will be patching at night, and they will also save a lot of space. So we are now finishing with having the wood shavings now in the poultry house. Then they'll be able to do the disinfection. Then now we are going to introduce the birds now in this poultry house, so that we'll be able now to start the process of rearing and getting eggs from this investment. I normally tell you, you can start with what you have. Come see with me. You have never seen this. This is an innovation of its own. This is now the watering system which now the chicken are going to use. And I normally tell you how diseases come to your poultry farm is how you are going to feed them, or how you are going to give your chicken now the water. This is a tap from outside the poultry house. Then this is a normal pipe you can see here with a bend. Then they have eliminated the top part of this pipe. Then this is how the chicken are going to get water. You just open the tap, then water will get in. Then the chicken will be able now to take this water with ease. You can see all the way. This is how it looks like. So the chicken will be getting now this clean water, which is not contaminated, which is also going to ensure that the chicken get the best when it comes now to production. And this, for example, for these commercial layers, you give them the best, they normally give you the best. They will give you up to 90% of laying. So I also want to show you something else. These are now the normal gutters. We are using now them here as the feeders now. So this is where the chicken will now be feeding, because the mature chicken, they'll be feeding now from these traps. So don't be limited. You can be able to start with these ones, then you'll be able now to succeed in your poultry farming. Just make sure you innovate. Innovate as a poultry farmer. Don't rely on one thing. Make sure you innovate. And these things I normally I have ensured that I've come up with a curriculum which is very simple, which can be replicated by any poultry farmer and be able to succeed. The other thing, when it comes now to commercial layers, is the issue to do with the laying. You need to understand how to make the laying boxes and where they should be placed. They should be in a dark place, and I want to show you how now they are done here. You can see this place is fairly dark because the chicken cannot be able now to lay eggs in a place which has direct sunlight or which has excess light. So you can see they are fairly dark, and they are going to introduce now the wood shavings inside now the laying nest, so that the eggs does not break, and also the client gets the best of the best when it comes now to these layers giving her the eggs. So guys, I don't want you to do a guesswork. I want you to do the right thing and be able to start your poultry farm and succeed. And that's why us as NEO-HEN Farms, we ensure that we start with you from the known to the unknown, to ensure that you understand each and every aspect when it comes to poultry farming, so that you may not be able to make a mistake and lose all your investment. So anytime you can reach out to us. Our number is here on bio, or you can call us +254 17 21 30 83 0717 213 083, or you can visit our YouTube channel, which you are watching this video, or our TikTok channel, or you can visit any social media channel. Then you look for NEO-HEN Poultry Farm. Then you'll be able to understand all these aspects which take place when it comes now to poultry farming. So guys, we introduce now the Saso F1, which we sell at 95 Kenya shillings. And we also introduce now the commercial layers, which you see now I'm supplying now to one of our clients. And we also introduce now the broilers. So for broilers, we only supply at day odds, but for commercial layers, we supply from day odds up to point of lay, which you can get. It means you can be able to get your layers maybe at 1 month, at 2 months, at 3 months, at 4 months, or even at 5 months. Also for the Saso F1, you can be able to get at day old, at a week old, at 2 weeks, 1 month, 2 months, 3 months, up to 6 months, or even up to 8 months for SASO. So don't guess. We'll be glad to assist you launch your poultry farm and to walk with you the journey until you succeed. So guys, this was the simple journey. I want us to meet in the next video, when now we are going to have the birds now in the poultry house, and you are going to see now the final step, how it is going to happen up to the time we are going to have the birds now in the poultry house. Let's meet on the next part.